So, you want to start streaming in 2026? It's easy to think you need a ton of fancy gear and a huge audience right out of the gate. But what if I told you that some of the biggest streamers started with, well, just their phone and some good lighting from a window? Today, we're going to cut through all that noise. I'm going to give you the complete step-by-step blueprint to go from zero to live. Let's do this.
Here's the game plan. First, we're going to find your perfect platform, your stage. Then, we'll put together your beginner's toolkit. And no, you do not need a pro studio, I promise. After that, we'll dive into your content plan and figure out how to get your very first fans. And finally, we'll run through the common rookie mistakes so you can dodge them like a pro. All right, first things first, your stage. Before you even think about a microphone or a camera, you have to decide where you're going to perform. This one choice, it can literally shape your entire streaming journey, from how you grow to the kind of community you end up building.
Okay, so by 2026, the streaming world has gotten really specific. Think of it like this. YouTube Live is kind of like a library. Your streams live there forever as searchable videos, building your audience even when you're offline. Twitch, that's the classic gaming clubhouse, perfect for building those super tight-knit communities. Kick is the new kid on the block, the disruptor, tempting everyone with a bigger slice of the money. And TikTok Live, that's like a flash mob. It's wild, it's mobile first, and it has the potential to go viral in an instant.
So where should you, as a beginner, plant your flag? Honestly, the answer is pretty clear. Start on YouTube Live. And here's the absolute game-changing reason why. On Twitch or TikTok, once your stream is over, poof, it's basically gone. But on YouTube, that stream becomes a permanent asset. It gets indexed by Google, people can find it for months, and it works to grow your channel while you sleep. That is a massive advantage, and it's one you definitely want on your site.
Now that you've picked your platform, let's talk about gear. I know. This is the part where most people get scared off. They see pictures of professional studios and just give up. But the truth is, getting started has never, ever been easier or cheaper.
Now, seriously, just look at this starter kit on the left. You've probably got a smartphone, right? An internet connection, a window for some light. That's it. That is literally all you need to go live today. And when you're ready to level up a little bit, your first, and I mean your most important upgrade is a decent USB microphone. And that brings me to what is probably the most important technical rule for any new streamer. Listen up. People will put up with a fuzzy, low-quality camera. They will. But if they can't hear you clearly, they are gone, instantly. Bad audio is an absolute stream killer. So please remember this. Invest in your sound long before you even think about a fancier camera. Okay, now for the software. This is basically your command center for your stream. And while there are some beginner-friendly options like Streamlabs, the industry standard, for a very good reason, is OBS Studio. Why? Well, it's 100% free. It gives you all the power of a professional broadcast studio. And it runs pretty smoothly on most computers. For me, it's the clear winner. And please, don't be intimidated by setting it up. It is way simpler than you think. Once you've got OBS installed, you're just going to make two tiny tweaks in the settings. Set your resolution to 720p and your frame rate to 30. That's it. That's the sweet spot for a smooth, stable stream on pretty much any computer. Then you add your camera and mic, and for the love of all that is good, test your audio before you hit that Go Live button. Okay, platform, check. Gear, check. Now we get to the most important part. What are you actually going to do on your stream? You know, having a plan is what separates you from someone just broadcasting to an empty room versus someone who's actually building a real community from day one. And look, your options are wide open. You can be a gamer, a teacher, a news commentator, or maybe you're just a fantastic conversationalist. The key isn't to pick what's popular. The key is to find the format that genuinely gets you excited. That energy is infectious, and that's what's going to pull viewers in. Which leads us to a fundamental rule of creating content online. You cannot be everything to everybody. Please don't be the variety streamer who plays a different game every single day. Instead, be the person who plays retro RPGs, or be the person who live codes cool projects in Python. When you own a niche, you give people a really specific reason to remember you and to come back for more. So what about how long you should stream for? Aim for 1 to 2 hours. It's really the perfect sweet spot to get into a good rhythm without completely burning yourself out. And how often? 3 to 4 times a week is pretty ideal. It's enough to build a reliable habit for your audience, and that's how you turn casual viewers into regulars. So let's be super clear about this. Streaming for 2 hours, 3 times a week, every single week, is so much more powerful than doing one heroic 8-hour marathon and then disappearing for a month. When it comes to growth, consistency always beats intensity.
And that brings us to the big one, the million-dollar question. How do I get anyone to actually watch? I get it. It can feel like you're just shouting into an empty void at first. But trust me, there is a proven strategy to start filling that room.
Here it is. This is your growth playbook. Your consistent schedule is the foundation. Next, and this is huge, you're going to create short clips that basically act as your marketing team. Then, when someone does show up in your chat, greet them by name. It's so simple, but it turns a random viewer into a member of your community. And finally, remember that your title and thumbnail are like your storefront window. Make them irresistible.
Okay, pay close attention, because this right here is the single biggest growth hack for streamers in 2026. Your live stream is the main event, sure, but short clips are your advertising. Every funny, smart, or incredible 30-second moment that you clip and post to TikTok and Shorts is like a little trailer working 24/7 to bring new people to your next live stream.
And as your community grows, guess what? So do your opportunities to earn some money. And it's not just about ads. Viewers can support you directly through donations or by becoming paying members. You can get a cut from affiliate links for gear you recommend, and yeah, down the line you can even land sponsorships or launch your own products. You know, here's the best part of all this. You do not need 1 million subscribers to start making money. With things like super chats and channel memberships, even a small, dedicated community, I'm talking just a few dozen regulars, can provide enough support to make a real meaningful difference.
We are in the home stretch. This is your final pre-flight check. Before you hit that Go Live button, let's just quickly cover the common traps that new streamers always seem to fall into, so you can just sidestep them completely.
Just take a look at this list. Streaming with no plan at all, ignoring your terrible audio, quitting after just 2 weeks. This is basically a recipe for failure. But you know how to do the opposite of all this. You have a plan. You know audio is king. You know you have to be consistent. By just avoiding these simple mistakes, you're already way ahead of the game.
So let's bring it all home with one final thought. Streaming success isn't something you buy with expensive equipment. It's something you earn. You earn it with consistency, by providing real value to your viewers, and by growing smart. The single most important step you can take is the first one. Just start now with whatever you have, and make a promise to yourself to get just 1% better tomorrow.
You have the entire blueprint now. You have everything you need to know. The only piece of the puzzle left is you. So I'll leave you with this question. What's that one thing you're so passionate about that you just have to share it with the world? Your audience is out there, waiting. What's your first stream gonna be?